Hey everyone, it's Zereldo here, and today I'm going to be doing the long-awaited and very much demanded Troll Spellsmith class. Now, just a couple of side notes. A lot of you have also been asking for Hawk Evader, and a lot of you, just because it's the new class, have been asking for Archfiend of Nolgith, that cool class. I don't have it. In fact, I'm not very far at all. I'll just show you now. I've got 10 diamonds, and I don't even know where it is. I think it's somewhere down here. Maybe you've seen it and I just haven't, but I have one Fiend token. There we go. One Fiend token. And it's going to take a while. I'm going to put a rough estimate and say between a week and 2 weeks, and I will do the video the day I get the class. So this will be a random midweek. So I'm just going to go with scheduled videos, and then Archfiend can be a bonus free class guide, and you can get 2 in 1 week, and that'll make up for all what I haven't done. So that means, since a lot of you have been demanding it as well, Hawk Evader is going to be next on the list. Yeah, hold me to it. Yeah, Troll Spellsmith's cool. I love magic classes. This is a very magic-based class. And it's from the Bloodtusk zone, which is quite fun. So I'll get on with it now. As with all reputation classes, you have the choice of either going to Batlon and buying the 2000 adventure coin shortcut, or you can earn it and get rank 10 in the faction like I do. In fact, I've done it for every faction with a class. I'm still working on some of these trade skills that they're a bit different. This will probably be turned into a video at some time once I'm done with it. So once you're here, you join, well, to get here you join Bloodtusk, and if you want the Troll Spellsmith class, you rock up this way. I don't want to go to the crossroads. This place is based mainly off of like Greek, Athenian culture, and magic. Funnily enough, I'm a huge lover of both of those things, but I ended up siding with the Hawks for reasons I'll explain later. So you just come across along to the rep store, and you get your Troll Spellsmith class, non-member, for 50,000 gold. Now, if you want some cool looking armors, if you want to look more like a troll, the literal Troll Spellsmith, as you can see, there's some cool looking troll armors, quite like the Troll Warrior. There's also some really cool daggers that really fit the Spellsmith well. This one hand in the other. I'm not really going to go too much into what looks cool, but you might see me pull out a few different combinations for this, because I can. For enhancements, you'll want to go with Wizard. Now, a lot of you will be saying, oh, no, go with Luck, go with Luck. I did some damage tests, and surprisingly, Wizard came out on top, both with crits and with normal hits. You're looking at about a difference of 300 damage. Now, when you've got this class full power with this move, which I'll explain later, this is going to do 300 more on non-crits, but only about 100 more on crits. But non-crits can happen a lot more often, and I'll explain why I think this is later. Yeah, all the things are magical, so I'd go with full Wizard. The only thing that is a bit of a discrepancy is that this will do a little less damage on crits, I think. Although that said, this is a single hit move versus a multi-hit move over here, so it's really interesting. And there might be a sweet spot where, you know, if you have 2 Luck and 2 Wizard, it might do better, but I haven't had... But I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm just giving you sort of a basic idea. So just take a look at the stats. I think it's a better hit chance as well, but I'm not entirely sure. Decent haste, decent crit, decent everything. The 2 rank 4 passes are in power, which increases magic damage by 10%. That's why I think you're better off going with this. Increases your intellect a lot more, and then 10% on top of that. And I think that's what drives up the total damage and crits for the Wizard version. You've also got a crit rate increased by 10% here, so you'll be critting more like 35% of the time. That's good. You've also got a rank 10 passive, which doubles your attack speed. So your auto attack will happen twice as often. So that lasts for about 10 seconds. Now, as for your specific enhancements for your ore, I'm going to recommend 2. I'm going to recommend my usual health vamp, because being area of effect, you're going to be taking a lot more damage when multiple enemies are attacking you. So that'll help you not lose as much health. Or because criticals are good, especially with this class, you might want to consider Spiral Carve. Personally, I'm going with Spiral Carve this time. So that's if that's an indication about playing it safe. this class has two go-to moves, and these are two moves that you're just going to keep using no matter what. And that's your Energy Arc, which is the first move, and your Weakness Sickly. Now I'll just demonstrate Energy Arc. 35 mana, 10-second cooldown, and it's magical. And it attacks a whole lot of enemies, slowing their attack speed. So I'll just demonstrate. As you can see, it's decent damage, it's the crit that counts. Purposely gone for a sort of blood tusk. So that's this move. Your second move, Frost Flame, will cause a freezing fire that will cause whatever it does. It does a bit of damage and slows them even more and possibly stuns them. So by doing this, you're going to be able to freeze a couple, slow down a couple, and then slow down one enemy a lot. These are your first two moves. So I think you get the idea. The third move here is Energy Drain. It's just a 16-second cooldown, costs no MP. If you've got no MP, this will nearly get you back to full, but it takes a fair amount, and it also slows your attack speed and causes you to hit less. As you can see, it was almost 900 crits, now it was only 600. So that gives you an indication of what that's like. Yeah. So the class itself is looking okay at the moment. It's not looking too flash. It's the final move that really makes this class spectacular. It's called Weakness Sigil. I can't even pronounce it. It stacks 5 times, it heals you a little bit, increases the effectiveness of your other skills, but increases your chance to crit on your foe. So we'll just charge it up. That's a good crit heal. It doesn't always crit when it heals, I'm just letting you know. You can see you can almost support it entirely. That's 4, I think, or 5, I don't know. I've lost count. There you go, 270. So that's a bit more of a realistic heal. And when you use it, there you go. And see, it doesn't get consumed, it just keeps going. And so you can just rock up and really have a lot of power. I mean, these guys... Now, I'll start talking about the PvP now, because you've seen the moves. I'm just going to show off this thing's power. These are the ones that will annoy you PvP. I mean, you can take out a whole group of players with that, provided they're not all rogues. But it's just phenomenal damage, and you can just keep this going normally. This is a great area of effect farming class. Now, it depends on sort of how strong your enemies are going. If you're fighting level 50 enemies, this class just won't cut it without a healer. Oh, here's a chance to show you the mana restore. There you go. Now, at the cost of auto attack, pretty good. As you can see, damage is okay. This does get used in 1 versus 1 because it can build up its attack relatively quickly. I mean, it's only a 5-second cooldown within about 25 to 30 seconds, depending on how quickly you click. You've got full damage. So, as you can see, this is a really spectacular class. It fits the area of effect magic well. A lot of people compare it to Darkblood Storm King, both very powerful, very cool classes. Darkblood Storm King's heals a lot better. I think, just to sum this up, it's a really cool class. It was the first major area of effect mage style class there was. Now we've got the Darkblood Storm King, and we've got Darkside, although that's a lot rarer. And I know there are other area of effect classes. There's Mindbreaker, but this is the first. And I think in terms of just raw damage output over lots of enemies, it's still up there. I think Mindbreaker focuses. Well, actually, no. Mindbreaker's just the all-rounder, and it's a hard one to get since you got to pay the adventure coins. But in terms of what free players can get, this one's really up there. The heal leaves it a bit weak, and the MP regen is a bit of a problem, but that's what that little move's for, though that sort of does disadvantage you. I think Dark Blood's even more mana heavy, and Dark Side's a bit squishy at times, I feel, but there's something just classic about this, and as I've said, it works well in PvP, and it's just a lot of fun to use. And although the art's not as flashy as what you get these days, there's still something simple and pretty cool about it that I like. Never actually used that other stuff, so I'll just have it. And there's like, other sort of trolls. This troll weapon's rare, but it goes well with the troll weapons. Fits in with that whole area. And it was cool because we got 2 classes on that one day. It was alongside the Hawk Defender, I think. Was it? I can't even remember what it's called. Hawk Evader class. And that'll be my next video. And also, just a reminder, I am still working on the Fiend, or the Archfiend class. So until next time, bye.